Hey guys, welcome back to my freaking YouTube channel. I feel like since people got all like inspired from my last video that I would continue a kind of little like self-care series. I think this video especially is important to talk about before the school year starts, just so that all of us can be on one page and enjoy our year to the fullest extent. So today we're going to be talking about friendships and what to avoid in your own friendships and what to keep, whatever, stuff like that, because I've been through quite a bit. I have moved on from multiple friend groups in my life so far. So I know what I'm talking about. Basically, I don't know, this video is going to be more about like what to avoid, how to know that you're in like an unhealthy friend situation, one of those, because I've been there, I've done that. The first thing I can think of is really like what it's like to have a disagreement with your friends. If you feel like you're scared to even bring up that you're having an issue with something, like you're afraid of like confrontation with your friends, then obviously there's something wrong there, because you should feel free to just talk about your issues, if that makes sense. Like the first time you confront one of your friends ever, it might be hard, just like not knowing what their reaction is going to be, like not being in that situation before. But if you're like 3 years deep in your friendship and you're still like, oh my god, I can't tell her that, you're not in a healthy situation. Sorry. That kind of like piggybacks onto my next point, which is you and your friend should always be on an equal platform. You should never feel like someone's leading your friend group or anything like that. That's how you know that you're in a bad situation. That's like when people will be like, oh yeah, that's Becky's friend group, or oh yeah, I heard that Becky's friends are doing this. You don't ever want to be one of Becky's friends, and you don't want to be Becky either. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have control over people, because you don't. Like, you don't have actual control over anyone except yourself, literally ever. So to take like ownership of people, that's weird. Don't be a Becky. If your name's Becky, I'm sorry. And you don't want to be one of like Becky's little friends in her friend group, because then people are just gonna like associate you with her. You're not gonna have your own like personality for others to judge, you know what I mean? And by judge I mean like to assess for themselves, like whether they vibe with you or not. You should never feel like tied down to one person. You all need to be equal. There should be no like leader of the group. It shouldn't even like be considered a group. You should not feel like you're in a group. You should feel like you're just hanging out with your friends. If you don't feel it. Another issue that I had in one of my friend groups was like it was like an excessive amount of making fun of each other. I don't have that in my friend group right now. Like, yeah, I don't. We have Moody Meg. I go out to brunch with my friends like all the time, and every single time I make a Moody Meg sticker, which I don't know why. Megan's like, I think it's ironic because Megan is not ever upset or mad at anyone ever. She's literally the most energetic person I know. So Moody Meg is just, it's funny. But yeah, my old friend group, it was like the kind of insult where it was like, oh my god, no, I'm joking, stop. But it wasn't. It was like the, oh, you're ugly, oh, whatever. To this one specific person, it was really weird. It was very targeted, and I was not comfortable with it. It was one of those situations where everyone's just like laughing and you're like, haha, because you don't know what to do. So I popped in, dropped out. It's fine. Ooh, I should probably talk about that. Okay, so multiple times in my life, how many? Like 3 times, I dropped out of a friend group just like with no warning, just like a ghost. I just popped out because, you know, I don't like wasting time. I feel like doing it the way that I did wasn't good. Whenever I have the idea of like, oh, I shouldn't be with these people, I literally just immediately am not with them. It's not that hard. You just aren't. Other people are like, oh, I'll slowly let our friendship fade out. And I don't give people a choice. I drop, and I'm like, okay, I don't like make tension with people or anything. It's not about that. It's not like, oh my god, I hate you forever. No, it's just like, we're not vibing right now. I'm not in a positive situation, and so I'm leaving. See you around. Which is fine. I don't have anything against that, obviously, because I do it. But I would say, I mean, taking the slower, like, oh, let's see how this goes, give them a bunch of chances. I mean, that works for some people. It doesn't work for me. I don't do that. For me personally, after I pop in, drop out, one of those, it's hard to feel like you have the same thing still. Like one day you'll be with your friends, after you drop out you don't really have like the same dynamic going on necessarily. Like I'm sure everyone has more friends than they have in their friend group, I would hope, but it's just that you don't have like that specific group, so you're kind of like flocking around until you find the people that you really vibe with. And I have a lot of like acquaintances, but I'm not really close with a lot of people, even though I tell everyone everything. It's I feel like the hardest part of leaving an unhealthy or like toxic, I don't like using that, although a lot of people these days are pretty toxic because they don't know how to act. The hardest part is just finding your place afterwards. It took me like it took me a good like 5 months honestly to find where I fit in the way that I wanted to. It's not that I couldn't just like hang out with other people and feel completely fine. It's just that where I am now, I know that I didn't have that. Because right now with my friends, it's completely like I can say whatever I want. Literally like all of my thoughts are just like with them. With a lot of people, I don't do that because I'm not completely genuinely like comfortable. And I know that kind of contradicts to my like I don't care video. I don't care. But I didn't start feeling that until this summer. So, you know what I mean? That hasn't been in like full effect. It is for me currently, but a lot of people don't know that version of me yet. So, I'll see you in September. Let me just get this one, this little, I just bit my tongue so hard, this little doozy off my chest. If you're in a friend group, let me listen. Like, I'm gonna get in close for this, because this one matters to me. It hits a little close to home. If you're in a friend group that's a circle, you know what I mean? It's like boys and girls, same friend group, whatever. If you guys are dating each other, get out of that. That's all I can say. You don't need that ever. No one should do that ever. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't. No. It gets you in all kinds of weird situations. You don't want to be in them ever. Literally, if you find yourself in that kind of situation, exit, pop and drop, out. I gave a whole entire like lecture about that. It just gets me heated. Not right now. But I feel like that's very important to know. There are a lot of things that I could just explain, but I won't for the sake of everyone else. This definitely ties into my video about not caring about things. You have to not care quite a bit to drop people out of nowhere. That's why I'm so good at that. Another point, this is all over the place. This video is all over the place, but another point I wanted to bring up is that if you feel like your friend group is the priority over everything, then they're not the group for you. You should never feel like you're like rushing to be with them, that you have to be with them, stuff like that. Because I was in a group like that one time, and during the school, where is my hair going? During the school year, During the school year, I would put them in front of doing my homework. I would put them in front of doing literally like everything. And it wasn't like I was failing, like I still had A's. But it still wasn't good. It was like a bad habit for me. I don't know. It's like, oh, I have to be with my friend group tonight. I have to do this, I have to do that, because like drama and whatever, and I have to like stay up to date because that's literally all friend groups are. That's why I'm not like in one. I have friends, not a friend group, because I don't really believe in that anymore. That's crazy because middle school Avonlea was all about the friend groups. But not into that anymore because it doesn't really make sense to me at all. Yeah, but if you feel like your friend group's a priority and you feel like you need to be with them and like put them in front of, if you put them on like a pedestal, it's not good. It will never be good. It's never gonna work out for you, no matter how many times you try to go back to them. Anyways, yes, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Hopefully that helped, was a little relatable. Hopefully that helps you avoid some situations going into the school year, even though it's August 1st and no one wants to be talking about school right now. I promise I'll stop. Alright, I will be posting more frequently, like I've been saying for the past 2 weeks. Obviously, I'm keeping my word because today is Wednesday, not Saturday. I will still be uploading on Saturdays, like routinely. I'll just pop like a bonus video in there along the way. You know how it is. Hopefully that video helped you in some way. Okay. I will see you on Saturday. bye.